In Volume 2 of the Clients tab, we're going to look at a few more sub-tabs that we didn't look at in the first video. So if we click on Clients, we're going to discuss Groups, Messages, Notifications, Top Producer. Before we get to all that, we're going to take one last look at our client profile. Now here in the clients list, if I click on one of my clients, now I know we discussed in the previous video how a lot of information can be entered for this specific client, and also the fact that you can also transfer clients to other agents. In the previous video, we looked at the activity. Now I want to look at a little bit more information, such as notices. Now when we go into notices, we can set this information directly for each client separately. In a few minutes, we're going to talk about how you can set it for every client. That means either existing or incoming. But in the notices area, you can actually set notices exactly for this specific client, meaning that every time the client logs in, when they log in 3 times in 30 days or 3 times in 7 days, we can be alerted. Now we determine how often we want to be alerted whenever these clients have any activity on our affiliated sites. Again, those sites are Remax.com, Global.Remax.com, the Remax Collection, RemaxCommercial.com, agent websites through LeadStreet, and office websites through LeadStreet. So all of those sites can produce activity, even including the mobile app. So we can also have notices whenever they save a search, save a favorite, and we can be CC'd anytime new listing notices are sent from the system directly to the client. So this is a great way to stay up to speed on everything that your client may be looking at on any of our affiliated sites. That way, whenever you do receive a notification, you're prompted to contact that client to make sure they're getting everything they need. Now, up here in Notes, we're able to keep notes every time we contact a client. That way we know what had happened the last time we communicated with said client. So if it was a phone call, if we left a voicemail, if we sent them an email, whatever the communication method may be, these notes are here for you to record every time you reached out to that client specifically. We can email directly from LeadStreet. LeadStreet was designed to be a one-stop shop for agents in contacting their clients, importing their listings, getting their leads, drip marketing, and their website. So everything that you need to be productive is here in LeadStreet, and that includes emailing your clients directly from LeadStreet. The history button will allow you to view all the different emails that have been sent out to this client. That way, if you want to make sure that you're communicating effectively with your client over a certain period of time, the history will allow you to compile all that data and be able to see when the last communication was and also when that first period of communication occurred. Bulletin Board. Now, I mentioned this briefly in the previous video, Clients Volume 1. This is in any case where you have an invalid email for a client, such as email@email.com. If somebody tries to put in a dummy email address, they can still have an active account and use that dummy address to log in anytime they want to view listings. So if you have an invalid email address, and after looking at that client's activity, you see that they are actively looking at listings, what you can do is respond directly to this client using the bulletin board. What happens is whenever you post a message, the next time they log into their account, they'll see this message waiting for them. This way, they'll know that you're able to communicate with them even if they put in a dummy email address and did not provide a number. This bulletin board system will allow you to post messages directly to that client's dashboard, hopefully prompting them to communicate with you. That way you can better serve them and hopefully close a deal. File archive. Your archives are here if you ever want to store any specific paperwork, such as transactions, closed deals, HOA agreements for condos that you've worked with in the past. This area is here for you to be able to upload any necessary documents that you would like to keep on file in case you would like to email that information directly to a client. Now let's take a look at groups. In the groups area, you're able to set specific groups for specific clients, such as colleagues, family members, past clients, new clients, warm leads, hot leads. However you want to address these clients or however you want to identify specific clients in terms of groups, that way you can send out specific drip marketing to those specific groups, you're able to create those groups within this area. So if we scroll down, we'll see that we can edit existing groups, view members, and we can also come down here and create a brand new group name. If I want to type in a new group, called opportunity. That would mean that these are new leads that are potential opportunities. So if I click on create group, here we go. I've got a new group heading called opportunities. So this would be for warm leads, or perhaps somebody that I met at an open house, or somebody I met at a trade show, and I wanted to enter their data in manually and put them in this group of opportunities. These are opportunities that I might nurture into a possible lead or a possible transaction. Scrolling down further, we can create activity filters for a distribution group. So if they're client lead source, we can do about how many times they've logged in, web clients with new listing emails. So if there's specific information here that we want to use to filter groups, we can do so by setting these specific parameters. Message is very similar to the bulletin board, except instead of sending one specific message to one specific client, this is a message that will go out to all of your client base. It will be pushed out to them on their dashboard. That way, the next time that they log in, they will see this message from you. Again, you cannot isolate this message to one client. This goes out to your entire client base. Now what you can do is post the start time and end time in days. So if you want this to be a single day, or if you would like this to be a single week, you can post this message for that time frame depending on how long you want this message to reflect. Notifications. This is very similar to the notice that we looked at in that specific client. However, this page allows you to set notifications for incoming, future clients, and also for existing clients. Now, I have over 1,400 clients, but they're telling me that I can only send this information to 17 because I can only see web client activity. So all of those other clients are non-web clients. And as we learned in the last video, I cannot see activity from non-web clients, only web clients. So they're telling me that I can set these parameters for my 17 total web clients. That's why we have two sections. One is for future clients. That's incoming leads that I hope to receive in the future, and also my existing clients that I have now. So I'm going to come up here and click on every time a client logs in, every time they save a search, save a favorite, and every time new listing notices are pushed to that client, I want to be privy to that information. Now I'm going to click on Change Default Settings, because I want to be alerted anytime my client does anything on our affiliated sites. Same thing for my existing clients. Okay, the previous section was for future clients that are incoming, so I'm basically presetting all my leads to notify me whenever they have any activity. And now I'm setting all of my existing clients in the same capacity. That way, anytime my existing clients do anything, I receive an email alert of their activity. Now, top producer. This is very important. Many agents do utilize top producer, and Remax is a proud sponsor of top producer, meaning they are the only other CRM platform that we fully integrate with. Therefore, if you have a top producer account, you can integrate your account with your LeadStreet account. The reason you'd want to do this is because every lead that comes into LeadStreet, if you integrate or sync top producer with your LeadStreet account, those leads will automatically import over into top producer, and vice versa. Every time you add a new client to top producer, it would automatically sync and import over into LeadStreet, giving you a backup for all of your clients. That way, if anything would ever happen, if you were to ever leave Remax, you can leave with your top producer account intact, and every lead that you generated during that period would be intact in your top producer account. These are the 7 simple steps. All you have to do is follow these instructions exactly as you see them and click on Start Sync and Push Clients. That way your top producer clients will also import over into your LeadStreet. That way you have a shared client database. And that concludes our overview of the Clients tab.